Hey everyone, welcome back to another LEGO City update. This week's absolutely awesome because I've actually managed to add some custom lighting in by Briksmax on my Ninjago City, which you can actually see right behind me there. It's going to look so awesome. So if you're new to these LEGO City updates, basically what I do is I do a B-roll, then I do some answering questions and comments from last week's video, and then I go into actually the whole vlog of what I did for the city update. So you can see in the bottom there are some timestamps underneath this video if you want to kind of skip to each area. But also let me know actually if whether you want me to kind of split this up into separate videos, because I could just do a questions and answers video in a separate one during the week and then the city one just as the city one later on in the week. So let me know. Really interesting. We're gonna make this kind of get better and better as we go along. But anyways, let's get straight into that B-roll. Okay, so looking back at last week's comments and stuff like that, I just pulled up a few this week. A lot of them seem to be the same actually, so I'll mention a couple of you guys that have said the same question kind of thing, and then we'll kind of look at it, and I think that's actually going to take place of what most of this week's stuff's going to be. So first one though, I've seen one by Player Carter. He says, no offense, but right now your city looks like a bunch of sets put together with road plates. You should have more custom content. By the way, I like to use the new road system on the entire city. Now, yeah, I completely agree. The latest stuff that I've been doing is more about the actual layering of the LEGO City, because it takes a lot of time to make these custom wood. I mean, people were even laughing in the comments last week that I said that I'm going to make my own legs for the tables, and I'm not a joiner by any stretch. I just want to make this look as good as possible. So at the moment, I'm just trying to get the foundations together. However, if you want to see some more custom content that I've done in the past to see how kind of okay I am at it or good at it, I don't know, I'd say I'm kind of like that, then I have got a couple of them. I've done like a gallery in the past. I've done some LEGO City kind of like car showrooms using some of the old sets in the past as well. I used some things to mock up like the donut shop and things and kind of get some nice little mini modulars, as I was calling it before. So I have done stuff like that in the past, and even actually the Haunted High School was a mock as well. But at the moment, yeah, my kind of plan is to buy some more old retired sets and stuff to kind of get this all looking really fancy before I then start mocking up and adding more minifigure scenes and stuff, which is what I've been doing in the past. So yeah, at the moment, it kind of is going to be kind of putting sets together and seeing how they work and stuff. But that's just my creative process, and yeah, that's just the way I'm going to be doing it in the future, for at least in the next month or two. The next one's by K Bricks, and he says, I think if you have the space, is having a park area with a fountain statue as a centerpiece for the modulars behind the tram line, I think would be a great part where you can see some of the modulars at the back street also. Yeah, that's a really cool idea actually. Now, what it means is actually over here where you've got, where I did have Ninjago City last week, is kind of like maybe having a dent in, which is kind of what Assembly Square does, but having more of like a little park area with a statue. I think that will look absolutely amazing. I'm definitely going to want me to do that. In fact, I've used the old park here just really roughly just to put it in place for now, just to kind of build this little bit down here. But yeah, I think that sounds really good. So when I'm going to get the modulars added into the city a little bit more, I think I'll be able to see which ones will look good to have that park in the middle. But that's a great idea. I definitely want to be looking at doing something like that. So I've seen quite a few of you. I've got the Best I Can Game here, Michelle E as well, and Brick Motion 81. I think there's quite a few more of you, so I haven't mentioned names. Sorry about that. Let us know in the comments down below if I didn't. But so I'm just going to call out Brick Motion's question. He said, love the city, dude. Do you have any plans on making an Ninjago City section? What I mean is the city docks and gardens in their own area, like a lake over the city. Yeah, so I've been mentioning about this, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this week's one, because I have now Ninjago City built. I have half the docks built, but I can show you where it might go, and I've got gardens finally built as well, which is right here. And then a lot of you like Brody, Simon Moss, AV Bricks have all asked about whether I could do a review on the light kits, because if you don't realize at the very end of these videos I have a little bit of a hint of what's going to be on next week or what I'm just got through the post and stuff, so always maybe stay tuned for that little bit. But last week I showed that I got some Briksmax ones, so yes, I'm going to do more of an in-depth review on those light kits. However, this week, because it was a big set and I wanted to do it because I got gardens and was really into it, I tend to do the entire Briksmax lighting kit in 1 week for the Ninjago City. So I'm going to show you how difficult that was to set up, and then if you guys want a more in-depth review of what you get with Briksmax stuff, let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, let's just get into this week's LEGO City update and let's start adding some more stuff into the city. Okay, so first update for today is I've started to look at this bit here. Obviously people are saying about you need a ramp to go over the tram lines. Yeah, I've done, these are literally those new ones that come with the road plates. These actually look pretty decent, and I think the height is perfect. So I'll probably use those. There's going to be a tunnel over here that'll be going into there, but for now obviously I don't have the brickwork. I need to kind of buy some massive amount of light bluish grey bricks at some point and look at the designs. So I've been doing some Stud.io stuff in the background to kind of figure out what I want this to actually look like, but that's going to be really, really cool. What I've done is just use the old row plates at the moment. I've started tiling them up just to make it a little bit neater down here. But you can see that I've started to slowly add more of a city down here. So you can see that is the hidden side little juice area, and then if you go all the way over here, you can see, and this was a comment from someone last week actually, which I didn't call out, which was put this stuff down here because it makes it look a little bit cooler at the moment. So I put the city sets that were new all down here for now, just to give it a little bit of variety and stuff. I think it looks pretty sweet. And then if I go to shaky cam, I'll show you all the little bits that I've done in the background for it. So you can see here I've used some of the dark green base plates at the back just to kind of give it a little bit more oomph, but this all goes down the street like so, just to give it some nice little variety down here for now. And then right at the back here is where I'm going to have some modulars, but for now I've just put stuff here like the Friends random Italian restaurant, but I think it looks okay. And then what I've done is actually put the little park right here because it connects kind of weirdly to this little bit of that city section that we had from the new set. So I thought it looked kind of cool how it had a little action section there that goes in to this bit, and I've just added this skate park as well. And then here I've added a little bit of a grey area because people would go through the car lot and then they would be able to come out and go back onto the road. So I thought it looked kind of cool. But what my main thing is obviously going to be this week now is adding the Ninjago City gardens and just half of docks, just to show you right here, because I think that's going to be the thing that most people are after. So let's get docks and city over there. So just clipping them together, I've realised how ridiculously big this is. It's crazy. It's 4 base plates long, which just looks absolutely insane. Obviously there's a big hole in the middle at the moment because I haven't finished docks, but that's going to be finished for next week's update. So you can just see this just looks absolutely crazy. So what's going to actually happen is this isn't going to be here at all. I was just using it here because it's a bit harder to get into the corner, but what's going to happen is this is actually going to be that way in that corner right over there. So it's going to go along like so. But what I've just realised is that the current height, gardens, and probably this as well is not going to fit. I'll try and see if I can just get it to fit to show you where I'm thinking it's going to go. But all of these tables are going to get lowered anyway, so it's probably for the best that I'm kind of lowering everything. So these will look absolutely fantastic there, and it's going to go all the way there with a vignette in the background for the other sets and stuff that I'm thinking of getting. And yeah, and then it's going to come around to the theme park. So before I do that, I just wanted to show you the actual light kit itself in the back so we can show it. But this is where the battery is at the moment. Now, I'm 100% not going to be using batteries. It's going to actually be done with a whole USB, but you can do both on this. So at the moment, I just connected up the battery to show that it works, which it all does, and we'll turn off the lights, and I'll show you this when I put it in the other section. But I just wanted to show you kind of what these light kits look like. So as you can see, the light kits can get quite messy and you have to kind of hide the cables. And a lot of this stuff at the moment I can't actually remove because if you remove something, it's all connected. So you have to like unplug things, which are in these little kind of connectors right here that you can see. So yeah, light kits make it look more like a display model than actually a play model, which is a little bit annoying, but you can get these magnetic ones from like my Brits that actually allows you to detach certain sections of the actual build. But you can see it's quite tricky to do all this custom lighting. It's a lot harder than it actually looks, and you have these little things inside here that kind of, yeah, just make it a little bit messy, and you can see some of the bits coming out here. But this took me probably a good hour, 2 hours to get all this lighting to do, because you have to take it all off, fiddle around. Like if you look inside here, there's kind of cables coming in and out, and it does make some of the clutches on some of the bricks just not quite clip in properly, so you kind of have to keep pushing it down every now and again. But it is worth it when you see the end result of what these lights look like for a model city. So right here is the example of the actual connector pins. This is what actually connects all the different wires together. There are locks of these all around to connect all the lights up. So there's this one here, there's one right there if the camera actually focuses. There's some inside the buildings, like there's one in here, and there's a lot inside here and stuff as well. So like I said, it kind of takes the whole play feature out of the set, but they do look really, really cool when they're done. So this here is the idea for where gardens and Ninjago City and docks will be going. As you can see, I've already lost the top of the gardens. That's just because of the height of this city. Like I said, it's all going to get lowered and then it'll be absolutely fine, it'll be in. But I just want to show you guys the ideas that I had in mind of where this was going to be going. So it'll all go like that. And then this is going to actually get pushed back even more, but I can't without taking off half of the set top, so it'll be absolutely fine. But my idea is where I'll be having something like this, where I'd have like a dock in front of it, and this is just really quickly mocked up. Probably bigger than this as well. and that will be the same level as the city. So this and this will be on the same level, and then it will kind of go off as if Ninjago is kind of like floating on water. And then you can have all the cool little boats and stuff that come in and things like that. I just think it'll look absolutely incredible. So I'm going to do that and then have like temples in the background and have this, literally this whole table is going to be dedicated to Ninjago, Chinese New Year, Monkey Kid, etc. So I need to get that new Chinese market because I think that'll look really, really nice. And what I want to do is actually have something like this. If you've ever seen in Manchester or London, when you have like Chinatowns and stuff, there's usually a big gateway. And this is from the Chinese New Year set, the lion dance. What I want to do is have something like that there. So it's no longer an area where you can drive, but maybe tuk-tuks and things will be here and stuff. And that will then carry through. So if you imagine that there, then a big kind of built dock going all the way along and then Ninjago City and stuff in the background, that's my idea. So yeah, so I'm going to have this whole table, as you can see there's a little lip there. This whole table here is going to be dedicated to Ninjago, Monkey Kid, Chinese New Year sets, etc. all the way over here. And then obviously this will then change up to being the other city section with all the awesome modulars and stuff over here. But obviously the main thing that I've done here that you wanted to see was actually the lighting kit that I've done on Ninjago City. So let's take all the lights off. We'll use my awesome little trusty grabber. And let's light up the city so you can see what it looks like. So there we go, that is what Ninjago City looks like with the lights. If you can imagine that going all the way over when Docks is built and gardens as well. It's gonna look so, so crazy. It's gonna look wicked. But these light kits are absolutely brilliant. They've got some that actually change colours. They've got some that just kind of turn on and off randomly and stuff. It's just really, really sweet. So I'm really happy with this lighting kit. I think it looks absolutely wicked. I'm definitely going to be buying more of these to light up the entire city. So let me know, guys, if you think that lighting up the city is worth the money, because obviously this costs a lot of money, but I do hope it will make the city stand out a little bit more than other cities that you often see. So that's it for this week's LEGO City update, and like I said, you can actually see Ninjago City right here over my shoulder. I think it looks absolutely incredible, but what I'm really excited for is when I get to do all of that stuff behind me. It's going to look so, so sweet behind me for all the other videos that I do as well, so I'm just super pumped to get it all done, but it is expensive. So let me know if you want me to kind of just do those and not really show you, or slowly go along and show you how I'm kind of doing them all and connecting them all together and stuff underneath the city. Could be pretty interesting. But anyways, if you liked the video, give it a like, and if you really, really liked it, then how about subscribe? And as always, have an absolute awesome day. So for next week's video, I'm thinking of finishing off Ninjago Docks, obviously on the live stream, and then I do have a Briksmax kit for that as well. But let me know if you want me to actually do a Briksmax review, maybe on one of the smaller modules. That'd be pretty cool.